Let me clean off my camera. No, we're not ending the stream. What up? What up? What up? We outside right now, and we are going to talk about time. Give people a chance to pull up to the live stream. Uh, Talking about time. Wow. Let's talk about it. So you can play games on the stream. There's a lot of stuff you can do on here. Okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. We outside, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. It is your boy Osiris. We are live. We're going to talk about time. We're going to talk about time, how they use it to manipulate the matrix, how they keep you in the matrix with time. And we have to get off the clock if we ever want to move at God's speed. God's speed is when the you're off this dimension and you're moving faster than everybody else. People who are on the clock, they are manipulated in the matrix because now you have to move to wherever the time is telling you to go. So if you got to go to work, if you have to pick somebody up, whatever you have to do, you're on a clock. All right. So you have to remember that. Let me see. Welcome to the live stream, y'all. It's your boy Osiris, the original Osiris, fixing the nation, breaking the matrix through meditation and herbal medication. Make sure that you follow me, subscribe, and hit the like button. We're going to be talking about time, how to break the matrix, shutting down the clock so that you can actually move at God's speed. All right. Says you ain't what? All right. So people need to understand that we can manipulate speed of this universe just by the mentality of your intuition of whether you want to be on a clock or not. Just like if you're having fun or if you're hanging out with somebody and you don't pay attention to the clock and 5 hours go by, you're like, where did the time go? How did 5 hours go by? That's because you're off the clock. You're moving at God's speed. Okay. When you're moving at God's speed, you don't pay attention to this realm. You're moving in another dimension. You're moving faster than everybody else. You become a blur. When you look at physics, physics say an object or anything has become invisible when you turn up the frequency or the vibration of something. When something is vibrating at the highest pace, it becomes invisible. We were invisible until we got trapped in time. Time was created or measured by the Egyptians. You have Thoth. Thoth created the measurement of time, but you only use time and measurement to measure speed and moments. You don't always keep the clock running. If you keep the clock running, you cause anxiety, you cause diseases, you cause panic because people are waiting for the clock to stop. If you understand what I'm saying. So if you're always on the clock, your body's thinking about aging. Your body wants to age. Your body wants to anticipate the end. And that's why we have to get off the clock. When you're on the clock, you move slower. When you think about the clock, you move slower. Every time you think about the clock, you move slower. When you don't think about the clock, everything moves faster. Yes, I'm Snoop Dogg. All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that you hit the like button. I am Snoop Dogg. Okay. So get off the clock. Move faster. The clock was created to measure time or to measure speed and movement. If there's no movement, you can't clock anything. There's no such thing as time if you don't move. So that's like saying how fast somebody runs a 40-yard dash, right? So if you run a 40-yard dash, how do you know how fast you've gotten if you don't clock it? You see what I'm saying? You have to clock it to know how fast something is moving. So if something is not moving, you don't need a clock. So when you're sleeping or you're not moving or you're not doing something on the clock, why does the clock still go? Why do the days still keep adding up? Because they have you on an agenda. All right. That agenda keeps you into their game. So if you say, I got to turn the clock off, I can't turn the clock off because I got to go to work. That's the matrix. You're working, wasting your time and energy to keep living in their matrix. If you want to stay on time to go to school, school is a part of their matrix. You have to keep going and get educated and let them teach you what they want to teach you on their clock. You got to pick your kids up from school, another matrix. You got to watch a certain television show at a certain time. That's the matrix. Everything that you want to do that's on a clock is the matrix. When you stop using the clock, that's when they stop making money. That's when the country stops making money. When you don't use the clock, you don't go to work on time or you don't go to work. Now, if everybody don't go to work, they don't make money. When they don't make money, they're going to get mad and start sending people to make you go to work. You can't make us go to work. They're going to try to. So if you stop watching TV, guess what? Now they're not making money through TV. So they're not making money at the job sites and they're not making money off TV. And then you say, all right, you know what? We're not going to use their vehicles. You stop using the vehicles, then guess what? They're not making money off auto insurance. They're not making money off gas. They're not making money off tickets. They're not making money off you driving. Those are three things that time interrupts. So turn off the clock. You don't have to go to work. Turn off the clock. You don't have to worry about going to school. Turn off the clock. You don't have to worry about driving to these certain places. These are how they make money. Motion, you moving. So when you move, that's when the clock starts for them. Every time you move, you drive, you're on the clock. You got to pay money, gas, going somewhere to get something to eat. If you need to get home to watch a TV show, all of this is money. All of this is time. Time is the matrix. If you want to destroy the matrix, you got to turn off the clock and everything that's connected to it. Once you turn off the clock and everything connected to it, you start to realize that this country is going to start to slow down. They're going to start to implement laws like you have to do certain things, like you have to go outside and go to work, or you have to watch TV. They're going to start doing ridiculous things to get you back on that clock because they need us on the clock. That's why they created, well, we created time back in the day, but the thing was, we created time just for measurement. That's it. Time is a tool, and time is used to measure. So if you want to measure speed, measure motion, measure moments, you use the clock, but then you have to turn it off. That's why people get sick. That's why we age. We're not supposed to age. There's no other being in this world that thinks about time besides us human beings. Because even in your dreams, they don't even care about the clock. In your dreams, they get mad at you if you talk about time, if you talk about dates, if you ask them what time is it in your dreams, they're gonna get mad at you because God, the Godspeed, the dream world, the heavens, they don't worry about time. They don't depict their life off time. They don't move and feel off time. Time is a tool. So why should they always be moving and feeling off time? You'd be like, oh, it's 6 o'clock, it's early, or it's 8 o'clock, it's kind of late right now. It's six. Like you're feeling the time. That you shouldn't feel it. It's only an experiment. And for the clock to keep running like how it is now, that means we're in an ongoing experiment. The clock keeps going, the days keep going, which means they're analyzing each moment of every day, making sure that they have an experiment or some type of analytic on us. That's why the clock keeps going. That's why they have to mark each day, hour, second, because they need to figure us out, figure out how we move. That's why we don't move how we want to move. We're moving how America wants us to move. We got to get up and get ready for whatever we got to get ready for America. Everything you do is manipulated by what America wants you to do. You can't move on your own until you turn the clock off. I hope you guys understand that. Quick little live stream talking about time. I really appreciate y'all, everybody who was in the chat asking if I was Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? It's just the introduction. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Facebook. Oskyrus, OSKYRIS. We're here to break the matrix. We're here to fix the nation. We're here to give you your powers back. We're here to give you divine knowledge, all the hidden knowledge. We're here to give you everything you need to get this land back and to get our people back where they need to be. Love y'all. Peace to the gods.